Hello there people, you join me on this Wednesday afternoon for the end of season review on this Steaua Bucharest save here on Football Manager 2017. We've just come to the close of season 1 and we're going to be looking to move into season 2 very shortly. But before we do that, we're going to go through what happened this season, where we finished in the various competitions that we entered, and kind of what sort of transfer business we've done with a view to the next season. And yeah, that's it really, guys. So let's run the intro and get into today's episode. So when you last joined us on the channel, guys, we were victorious in the Liga 1 Championship playoff. We won the title for the season by 3 points from Dinamo Bucharest. We did get beat in the Cup of Romane final against Astra Giurgiu, a 1-0 defeat there. They were too good for us on the day, really, and we weren't good enough, were we? I've got to say that we weren't good enough, but we've seen plenty this season that will help us build. Let's go and have a look at what we've achieved. Some good news in regards to my management career has come through. And yes, that is it, guys. We managed to win Manager of the Year, thanks to the performances of the squad in the Liga 1 league. We were Manager of the Month for April and also for December. And generally speaking, we were quite a good side. We've done a few bits of transfer business since then. I'm now advanced into, you can see there from July, we're kind of going into the new season now. So let's go first of all and have a look at the outgoing transfers for the back end of last season and the incomings, and then have a look at what we've done in the transfer business prior to this season in the summer transfer window. So let's go and see what we did before the window opened. So before the summer transfer window opened, we brought in Ivan Peric at the start of the season. Didn't really play much for us. He did play 2 games, scored 1 goal for us, and we also brought in the right back Sebastian Mladen on a free transfer. And you know what? He has been one of our finds of the season. He's now worth 300 grand. He featured in a lot of games last season, 13 in total, and he was pivotal really to our success towards the back end of last season. He definitely shored up the defence, so we had him in. We brought in Eric Matuku or whatever it is, for 1k. Was that 1.2k? I think it was 1.2k. Okay, so he's 34 years of age. His stats are going down. We brought him in from Stara Zagora, wherever they're in. Is it some Hungarian league? Is it or something? Parva Liga. So there we go. Yeah, guys, sorry about that. So we bought him. He's got decent marking, decent tackling. He's not very quick, but you know, he could do a job. Kind of brought him in with the mind of being a backup, really, to be honest. We managed to snap up Rohan Ince from Brighton for 175 grand. Now, I didn't expect him to come to us, simply because the Romanian league isn't really thought of as a high quality league outside of Romanian football, really. So to get a player of Rohan Ince's quality was quite a find. He's going to be quite a good midfielder for us this season, the ball winning midfielder. May deploy him in the central midfielder role, but you know, he's got decent stats. He can improve. He's only 24 years of age. It's going to be interesting to see how he gets on, see how he adapts to Romanian football. And we also brought in a new striker in the shape of 24-year-old Alexander Kolev for 120 grand, which I think is a really good purchase. Scored 8 goals from 21 games for Stara Zagora. Now, he has come from the same club as Eric Matuku, so they'll know each other, add a bit of harmony together in the club. But you know, I think he looks alright, doesn't he? Okay, so his finishing isn't great on 11, but you know, he's got good determination, good bravery, decent work rate. Not the slowest player in the world. Can play as a target man and as a defensive forward. I think he'll do alright for us this season. Now, outgoings. We loaned a whole heap of players. We have loaned out Bojan Golubovic to Heracles, just because he did really well for us last season, but you know, he just wasn't doing the job when we needed him to. He did score a couple of wonderful goals. That goal against CS Craiova, I'm sure you'll remember that one. That got goal of the season, by the way. And we also unfortunately lost Florin Tanase, who had his £1.7 million minimum release clause met by Montpellier, and they have snapped him up, and he's now worth £4.9 million. That was a bit of a blow for us, but then again, he hasn't been that great for us in the save, and that enabled us to get the funds together to purchase the likes of I mean, we had kind of that money anyway, but you know, it enabled us to get these two quality players here that can, you know, he hasn't done that great for us. So that was the transfer business before the transfer window opened. Now, I will say that since the transfer window has opened, we have been very busy, so we're going to have a look at that now, and we can see outgoings. Ivan Peric has retired. Edward Stanciu, our backup keeper, has also retired. He's now a goalkeeping coach. We've given Marius Stefan, Wilfried Moak, Marianne Vertege and Florentin Farm free transfers. Alexandru Borcano has gone to Belenenses for a free transfer. Christian Ontel and Robert Vilcanu have both gone out on loan. We've offloaded Alexandru Todori to Ilichevets for 225 grand, which I think is... Okay, so we've given away a bit there, but he wasn't doing anything for us, and he was only 2 goals in 36 games last season. And to be honest, I was really good to get rid of him because he's just been rubbish. And we've also loaned out Catalin Stefanescu. Now, as far as the incomings, I think we've done some really good business here. I've gone through a lot of the Romanian teams and seen which people whose contracts were coming to an end at the end of June, and I've managed to get up a few nice players. We've managed to get Eric on a free transfer. He looks quite good, 31-year-old Brazilian, played last season for Gazmatan Medias, scoring 5 goals in 32 appearances. He's going to be kind of our attacking midfielder. Good flair, good free kick taking, which is what we're lacking as well. We do have a lot of free kicks that just don't penetrate the keeper's defence, so that's going to be good. He's good with decisions. He's got, you know, a little bit of pace, not too much. Decent vision. We've brought in Robert Hodogrea from Viitorul Constanța, good squad player. Free transfer worth 425 grand, so you know he'll do a job for us. We brought in Andre Murasan from CFR Cluj. Again, you know, not the quickest player, but he's an experienced centre-back. He's worth 80 grand. He will do a job if we're short on numbers. We brought in Davidas Matulevicius from Botasani. Decent enough striker, better than Alexandru Todori. He will do a job. He's got fair finishing, decent balance, decent jumping reach, good strength. And he's done alright for us in pre-season, actually, as it goes. We have also snapped up Harlam Noher from Dinamo Bucharest, our fierce rivals. We got him on a free transfer, and looking at these stats, guys, I mean, he's worth 1.2 million here, and I think that was a really probably our best bit of business of the window so far. He's got 18 strength, really good heading, really good penalty taking. He's going to be a really good target man, really good aerial threat. A lot of the Romanian defenders aren't the biggest, so the fact that he can get up there and challenge them for any crosses that go into the box is going to work to our advantage, so we're really pleased to have gotten him. We picked up Edgar I from Villarreal on a free transfer also. Hasn't played many games. He played a bit for Villarreal B team, but again, you know, he could do a job for us. He's a Portuguese, can double up as a right back, so he was good to get on the books. We picked up Bernard Janasek from Dinamo Bucharest. He's worth 600 grand. Picked him up on a 3. Played 31 games for Dinamo Bucharest last season, and he had a really good rating at the end of it, so it made sense to bring him into the team. I don't really like bringing players in from our fierce rivals, but I felt, you know, we needed to strengthen. And we brought in Christian Oros, a 32-year-old experienced defender. We brought him from Astra Giurgiu. He played a total of 75 games for them, but his contract was coming to an end. We managed to snap him up on a free. 1.9k a week wages, which is nothing at all, and he's going to add that extra experience to the younger lads in the team. He's going to help with the tutoring, good determination, good positioning, good marking, good tackling, good heading and strength and reach for the division. He's going to be one of our go-to centre-backs, along with the likes of Alan Tosca. Now, kind of our signing with a view to the future is this Andre Ivan, who picked up for 600 grand, potentially going to 3.6 million with clauses. I think I inserted 50 league goals and 50 something else goals. So I mean, hopefully he doesn't score too many for us too soon anyway. But he's definitely going to do a job this season. Great determination, great acceleration. So that completes kind of the transfers we've done so far. We've got a good crux of Romanian blood in there. We've got the youngsters, don't forget. We've got the likes of Dennis Mann, Vlad Mihalcia. We've got the players that we had from last season doing really well for us, the likes of Sebastian Miladin. We've got Valentin Kojakaru back off loan. He's going to be our first team keeper this season, alongside Florin Nita. We've also got the experience of Gabriel Tomas. We've got Eric Matuko to come in and fill in a role. We've got Alin Tosca again, one of our best players in the team. We've got Marko Momcilovic, who will be ever present alongside, where is the other guy? Adnan Aganovic, wherever he may be, he's in there somewhere. Vlad Archim, again, really good player. Maniru, the list is endless really. Adrian Popper, our best player for last season, he remains with us. And do you know, I think Harlem the Hare really excites me this season. I think he's going to do well. He scored 21 goals for Dinamo Bucharest in 2 seasons, and I think he's going to have a really good time for us. So we started off the campaign this season, and we started off with a win against Cherno Moretz, which was a 3-1 victory, courtesy of goals from Dennis Mann, William, and an own goal from Sergei Petko. Vladislav Kabayev scoring for them in the 39th minute. We then went 3-0 up at half time against Copenhagen. And to be honest, we really down tools in the second half. They beat us 4-3 on the day. Adrian Popper brace from Andre Ivan, and we fell apart in the second half, and they deserved to win really. And then we drew 2-2 with some team called Dios. I can't even pronounce that one, guys. So yeah, so that's kind of the end of season review really. We finished runner-up in the Cup of Romane final. We got to the second knockout round of the Europa League, where we got knocked out by Manchester United. We won the Liga 1 Championship playoff, so we won that piece of silverware. And we got through to the quarter-final of the Romanian League Cup, where we met defeat against CS Craiova. But we did get revenge on them, courtesy of a 1-0 win in the league, and then was that amazing game with that goal on the 12th of February from Bojan Golubovic. And, you know, I think we're going to have a really good season this season. So this is going to complete season 1 of this Steaua Bucharest save, guys. That's going to be episode number 25. Now, episode 26 will come on Friday, and will feature our first game of the new campaign, which is the Super Cupa Romane, where we're going to be playing Astra Giurgiu. Now, those guys beat us in the Cupa Romane final, so we have got a bit of beef with them, and I'm looking forward to playing them. So we're going to play that game in episode number 26, which is going to be season 2, episode 1. So we're going to start all over again. And I like what I've done here with the squad. I like the players we brought in. We've kept the finances good. We've still got 8.7 million in the balance. We've got a transfer budget of just over 500 grand. And, you know, okay, so we're spending a bit more on the wages than we probably should. But, you know, we've got the necessary finances to cope with that. Not really looking to bring in anyone else at this point. I think we've got a good nucleus here, a good base of players that can, you know, do things for us. Don't forget, we've got the youngsters. We've got Ovidio Gavrila, who's going to start to come into his own. We've got Marian Lucha, who played a couple of games for us at the back end of last season, and he's exciting. Still only 16 years of age. I'm hoping he can develop into a smart player. We've got the likes of Jugurtha Hamroon, who's currently injured at the moment. There's Adnan Aganovic there, who's played quite well for us. We've got Cyprian Maxim, a young wing back. He hasn't played any competitive games for us yet, but you know, he could be okay with a view to the future. And don't forget, we have also got down in the under-19s, we have got Adrian Vicence. He's an exciting prospect, still only 16 years of age. I'm sure he's going to do well for us once he gets the run in the first team. And that's pretty much it, guys. So for today, we are out of time. And now, if you've enjoyed this episode and you're excited about what Season 2 will hold for us, then please hit the like button down below. If there's any players you can think of, which I should be looking at, I've kind of gone through most of the Romanian teams to try and pick up some squad players, whilst keeping the finances in check. I think this season's kind of going to be a building season for next season, but we're definitely a better side than we were last season. So if you're new to the channel, guys, hit the subscribe button. Join me on Friday for the next episode, the first episode of Season 2. And we're going to be playing Astra Giurgiu in the Super Cuppa final. Fingers crossed we can get the result.